Playoff football has once again returned to our nation's capital as you get a look inside Northwest Stadium here in Landover. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Okay, ready?
Off the play fake, Daniels. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Daniels. That's caught downfield. It's Lane. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
And this offense is coming out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Here we go.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Crosby-Merritt. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Come on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Needing the tough yards, they run him with a fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing is McCarthy. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I almost see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 90 strike first here, this wild card matchup. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrated because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB2. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down, and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Commanders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
2nd and 7.
And it's 2nd down.
Lions 31-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
They go play action. Daniels. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of the best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here we go. Go.
Play action. Now it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. Touchdown, Washington. Isaiah Likely, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now McCarthy. They'll find Williams on the slant. These two teams all tied after one.
First down. 1st and 10 at
The Lions with the football
line.
here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's McCarthy. This pass down the field for Gibbs. This is caught inside the 15. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
To the air with McCarthy. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
28-yard line.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
So what do you do if you've got a defensive cover 3 trying to keep everything in front of them? The answer seems obvious. Just work those routes in front of them. This is going to be a hitch route, but he's operating in plenty of space, and he makes the catch here for a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Go.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Ready. Gravity Lions. Ready, right?
Daniels going to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Parker, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and boom, that for a first down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback.
Let's go now.
Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Daniels looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Get it.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
McCarthy operating from the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to move back in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
28-yard line.
Ready, set.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
A hit as as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Taking it about the 16. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. A final shot before break. McCarthy. A quick throw there is incomplete. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 77 yards. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 24, Commanders 14. Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 3rd down gain of 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go. Start. Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Get it. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Commanders 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Gibbs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Open man right side is St. Brown. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They don't let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
2nd and 9 now. He will find his big tight end over the middle. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 6 yards away, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, and continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Come on. Set.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his receiver, Lane. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ready. Let go.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Go!
Here's Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They're looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, than a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. 151 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Room past the 35, across midfield, and down right around the 37. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
At the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That is caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Lions go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Daniels. He'll get this into the hands of Price. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Commanders 28.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now 2nd and 3. Now McCarthy. That's taken in. It's Isaac Tesslaw. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Isaac Tesslaw, 38 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he takes this one down, goes all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Daniels. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
2nd and 10.
Ready, go!
They go play action. Daniels. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably f*** you before I f*** your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us, broski went and